What's this big muddy field gonna be at Jellystone Delaware beaches? Find out next. Hey everyone, so it was just a couple weeks ago that we were invited down to check out Jellystone Delaware beaches in Lincoln, Delaware. We got to see some of the things that they're working on for improvements, and we got to see one thing that they weren't quite ready to announce yet. When I say see, it's sort of the beginning stages, but we can share with you now what that is and what it's going to look like.
So this is our exciting news from Jellystone Delaware beaches. This giant cleared field that right now looks like mud will be a splash pad and water slide, or water slides plural. Two tower water slides, and then a splash pad with like a sprayer and a couple small slides for the kids. We're going to go back there, really add it on to the pool. And you can see, I'll zoom in here on the pool and the building next to it. So they're going to have a much larger water area than they currently have now. It'll be a huge attraction, I think. Again, this campground is just in a great spot, right off of Route 1 in Delaware, going down to the Delaware beaches. And again, maybe 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes to the actual Delaware beaches, Rehoboth, Cape Hamilton, and some of those nice beaches there. And this is going to be a huge addition to the park. Again, I mean, if you can kind of envision the space here, it's going to be pretty good size. This campground is bigger than I thought when we come down, but still a rather, compact campground versus some, which means this nice water zone, splash ring pool, it's not going to feel super crowded because it's going to be a really nice facility for a park this size.
So yeah, there it is. That's the big news from Jellystone Delaware beaches. They will have a standing water slide structure in addition to a splash pad with a couple of smaller water slides. And we do have the renderings to share with you now. I want to thank Jellystone Delaware beaches for letting us be the first ones to bring you this information and show you these renderings. And we had to hold off. They were waiting for some final approval to begin the project in earnest before we could share this with you. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of those renderings. And there it is. There's the first shot that we'll share with you. The first rendering you see on the left hand side there, the yellow and blue water slides. Those will be large tube water slides with the ends there that don't empty out into any sort of pool. And then next to it there, the splash pad with a couple of smaller water slides. I see the red and yellow ones, and then the curvy yellow one on the side there. And if you can see the rendering there, the graphic, the pool is up on the rendering up top of the splash pad. So that's kind of gives you some of the idea of the layout. And this next one kind of gives you a different look, the backside of the two structures, the water slides there, and then the splash pad. You can kind of see the backside, the small walk up, and it looks like a sort of a shallow entry water area. Not really necessarily a pool, but certainly wet all around the splash pad. And yet another angle here of the two facilities. And now here's the aerial view that will let you get a better idea of sort of the layout and the size. You see the pool there in this rendering in the lower left, and then the water slide and splash pad there above it. And finally, this close-up shot of the giant Yogi Bears Delaware Beaches branded bucket that will empty out onto the splash pad every time it fills up. Probably familiar with that sort of thing at some of the other Jellystone parks. And again, so there you have it. The big news from Jellystone Park, Delaware Beaches is the forthcoming splash pad and water slides, which again, I mentioned it in the video that we shot down there. For a park their size, this is a huge addition. It's pretty unusual for one of these smaller parks to have such an extensive water feature. So we're looking forward to that. I'm sure that work will begin in earnest. That you saw on the video we took down there, it had already been cleared out and some things had begun. But now I'm sure they'll get started even further on that, and they're going to wrap all of that in new fencing so that way the pool and the water slides and the splash pad will be in sort of its own area altogether. Obviously, they do have to protect the pool as well, in terms of, I think they're going to have a little bit of separate fencing from that between that and the splash pad, but it will all be in one enclosed area there at the front of the park. So it's very exciting. If you haven't been down to Jellystone Delaware beaches, we're going to check out in April. Obviously, this stuff's not going to be done or open yet at that point, but it's going to be a pretty cool destination. Again, I said in the video, right off of Route 1 in Delaware, and really, in terms of the Northeast Mid Atlantic area, one of the few, if not only, Jellystones that are that close to a beach on the Atlantic Ocean. So, a lot of exciting things happening at Jellystone Delaware beaches.